So I know that we remember that our body, the body of the throw-on kimono, looks like this, and this is where our sleeve is going to go, but then we have to attach this to this. Okay, this is what we are going to do to attach the two. So we are going to get our main color, which is purple, and insert it into the corner of this. Here we shall work 3 chains. 1, okay. Once we have our 3, we shall take out our hook and insert it into the chain 1 space on the opposite side of the little granny square in the corner, and then work a chain like that. So we are going to yarn over and get back into the chain gap here and continue working our stitches as we have to. So we work 2 double crochets, okay, chain 1, insert your hook into the next chain gap on the little granny square like this, and work a chain, okay, yarn over, work 3 double crochets into the next chain gap of the big granny square, and then chain 1, just like we have been doing. Honestly, there is nothing we are going to change. So let me just work this very fast. Work your 3 double crochets, and lastly get into the chain gap right here and work your 1 chain. So we have fully attached it, see that, to the big square. This is what we have, okay, this is what we have, and this is where our arm is going to go, or sleeve. All right, so guys, now we are going to work our sleeve, but before we start working our sleeve, this is what you are going to have to do. First of all, you are going to make a granny square this big. It should be this big unless you are working for a larger size. So just make a granny square that is of 10 rows, and then when you get back, this is what you are going to do. You are going to get to one side of our granny square, and you will get your yarn, get into the chain 1 space in between these 2 sets of double crochets, and here you will chain 3. Once you have that, you'll get back into that chain space and work 2 double crochets. The chain 3 acts as a stitch, okay? So you will chain 2 and skip these 3 stitches into the chain gap. You work 3 double crochets. Chain 2, skip the 3 stitches into the chain gap. You work 3 double crochets, and this is going to have to go on and on. So just go on and on with this until you come to the end of your row. All right, now here we are, and once you are there, you're going to get your pair of scissors and cut this yarn off. I'll get my other yarn, any color that you want. Secure the end kindly, and later on what you are going to do is you're going to get your darning needles, and all these ends shall be weaved within. Okay, you just grab this particular color and weave it into its color. So here we are going to turn our work. We have chained 3. Yes, we have chained 3, so the 3 acts as a stitch, but remember we have to skip these stitches and work into this this gap. So we chain 2 more, making it a total of 5 chains, and here we skip these 3 stitches and work into the gap. Okay, so we work our 3 double crochets, chain 2, skip the 3 stitches and work our 3 double crochets into the next chain gap. And this is how it's going to be until you get to the end of your row. Okay, so once you're at the end of your row, here's what you're going to do. You're going to chain 2, yarn over, work into the last, let's say the third chain stitch of the 3 that started the previous row. Okay, so into the third chain we make our way into it like that and work a double crochet. So just to make sure, here we have 11 sets of 3 double crochets, and here we have about 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. You see that? So that's what I made. So just make sure you are on track. So your next row must have 11 of the sets of double crochets. So from here we shall cut this yarn. So attach it and chain 3. There we go. Now into this very first chain gap we shall work 2 double crochets, chain 2, work 3 double crochets into the next chain gap, go on and on and on, and lastly into the third chain stitch of the 5 that started this row we work a double crochet. So here is what we have. So if you can count, you see that 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. That's what we have to have, because that's what we have on this row. Now once you are here, you are going to do exactly the same on this side, just like you see I already worked mine, and you will turn this in out like this, because now we are going to join the 2, and make sure that the width that you have all around here is enough for your sleeve. If it is not, please go ahead and add just a few rows until you meet the width that is just appropriate for your sleeve. Okay, now once you have finished doing all that, you are going to get your yarn and insert your hook onto the opposite side of our work, in the last stitch of the opposite side. Pull through your yarn, because now we are attaching the 2, and work a chain 3, skip these 3 stitches. Into the chain gap you work a single crochet, chain 3, make sure you are working them side by side. So chain 3, insert into this and work a single crochet like that. So just go on and on until you get to the end of it. I have finished joining all my pieces together. See, this is how it looks like, very neat. And now we shall turn it in out, just so you can see how it looks on the other side. Okay, very, very neat. So we are going to start working the body of our sleeve. We are going to chain 3, because it's acting as a stitch, and chain 2 more. Skip these 3 stitches, and into this chain gap we are going to work 3 double crochets. And here we are going to chain 2 into the chain 1 space of the square right there. We work 3 double crochets. So chain 2, skip these 3 and work 3 double crochets. Now here I know that you know what to do. Okay, so just continue all the way around, and once you are here you are going to work 3 double crochets into this gap. Okay, chain 2, skip these 3 and then work 3 double crochets into this gap, and then when you chain 2 you're going to skip these 3 and just work into this space right here that started your row, just right there. That's why you're going to work your last double crochets. So let me let you work this. When I get back, I'm going to show you what to do. As you can see, I have finished working my row. Yeah, see what I did? And attach any other colors of yarn that you wish. So here you will chain 3. Okay, so here we are going to work 2 double crochets into this very first chain gap, and then chain 2, work, skip 3 stitches and work 3 double crochets into the next chain gap. So just go on and on with this until you come to the end right here, and there you will chain 2 and work a slip stitch into this chain 3, that third chain stitch of the 3 that started the row. So just do that, and you will have to go on and on and on and on, changing colors until you have your sleeve like this. As you can see, this is where I started, and I went on and on. So you can work 17 rows from there, and when I get back, I'm going to show you how to work the upper part of the arm. Okay, so first of all, to work the upper part of your sleeve, you are going to have to work this first row. Make sure you start from where we joined, and just like we did for our first row here, that's what you are going to do right here, okay? So once you have finished to do that, so to work our part of the sleeve, we are going to skip these 3 sets of granny squares and start from here, okay? Going up, because I want it to be decreased, just like you see this one, okay? You see what I did? So you are going to have it look like this, okay? This is our middle, so we skip this and skip this. Now here is where we are going to attach our yarn and work. Actually, there must be three chains. We work 3 chains, okay? Yarn over, skip these 3 sets of double crochets and work 3 double crochets into the next chain gap. Chain 2, work 3 double crochets in the next chain gap. Work all the way around until you get here, okay? When you have 1, 2, 3, 4, yes, until you are here, that's where I'm going to meet you and show you what to do. So I am right here. Remember, I told you I want us to have just 3 double crochet sets of double crochets. So like you can see here, we started with these 3 chains, and I want it to look the same on this side. So what I am going to do right here is I'm going to yarn over twice, insert my hook into the next chain gap, and pull through yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through all right? And there I have this resemblance that I wanted for my sleeve. See that? And now we are going to start decreasing, going all the way up. So I'll get my next color of yarn that I want to have as my next, and work 3 chains just so you can secure this. Okay, so here we have it, 3 chains, and now we skip these 3 sets of double crochet and work into the next, okay? We skip the 3 double crochets and work into the next double crochet. Just make sure that your 3 chains are worked loosely so that it's not like super tight and close to the other. So this is how it has to be. And now we chain 2 and just go on and on with the same entire process all the way until we get to this point. Until you are here, that's where I'm going to meet you and show you what to do. And now once you are here, this is what you will do. You will yarn over twice and insert your hook into the last or the 3rd double crochet right there, and pull through yarn, yarn over, pull through all, and yarn over, pull through all. See that? So this is what you are going to do, on and on, going up. So literally for our sleeve, you work these decreases until you have just 1 set of 3 granny squares left, like that, okay? That's where I'm going to meet you and then show you what to do next. So we are going to attach our sleeve, right here, we are going to attach it here, attaching the sleeve right here. Okay, this is how it's going to be. So we shall turn this in out, just peg it all the way around, like, oh sorry, pin it, just pin it all the way around, so that when you're working, it's not like very hard for you to locate where next you are going to work your stitch. Because I'm doing this so that I can have the same length here as it is here, I'm just trying to meet the length, okay, right here. And now that I have it, please, you can just get your tape measure and measure if the length matches. So we get our yarn in from here. Just try to crochet this together. Yeah. So you work 3 chains and get these 2 together. Okay, this is what we are going to keep doing all the way until we get down. So we get this and this together and work a single crochet, chain 3, make sure your 3 chains are worked loosely, get into the next chain gap here and into the next chain gap here and work a single crochet, chain 3, get into the next chain gap here and the next chain gap here and work a single crochet, chain 3. So this is going to go on and on, into the next chain gap here and into the next chain gap here and work a single crochet, chain 3. My next chain gap is here and my next is here, so I work a single crochet, chain 3, next chain gap, work a single crochet. So just go on and on all the way around. So you see what we have. This is what we have so far. And it looks like it's really well attached. Just so you can see this side, see? So let's go on and on all the way around. So I finished to work my sleeve and this is how it looks like. Okay. Yeah. And now I'm going to go all the way to the bottom of my project right here and I'm going to work just a few rows, about 6. Okay, here. We get into the corner right here. This is the bottom of our workplace. Okay, so we first work the bottom just like it is in the picture I shared. We first work the bottom, then work on the edges, going up all around our neck. So we chain 3 and into this very first stitch we work 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, skip 3 and work 3 double crochets into the next chain gap. And just go on and on all the way up to here. Okay, when you get here you will change your color and work 3 chains and then work all the way back. If you remember what we did here, like this, and coming back and going, this is exactly what you are going to do. Okay, so just wind back and see what we did right here and then right here and right here, and then it's what you are going to do right here for a couple of rows, changing your colors. You can just work about 5 to 6 rows, and when I get back I'm just going to show you how it looks like, because from there we shall work also here, working on the edges, going up where our sleeve is and going all the way around. So I'm going to be sharing pictures just to show you what I have done, because the rest of it you already know what to do. I needed you guys to see this clearly. As you can see, I worked my rows down here, as you see. Okay, I worked my rows. You can just find any pattern that you want for your borders and just work that on the edges when you're done. But then I worked these few rows down here, and then I continued the same pattern all the way, as you can see. So what I continued with, okay, all the way around without skipping any chain gaps. I worked it all the way up around my neck and all the way back down. So this is what you are going to do to get this effect onto your also this kind of like finishing onto your sweater or kimono. And there you will have marked the end of our tutorial. I'll thank you guys for watching, and I hope I see you in my next tutorial. Thank you so much. Goodbye.